Welcome back to another Auto Creator Design video. Today we are working on the chassis again. So last video was a little bit of an update on the engine. You can go check that out. But today we are working on frame. So let's get to that. Okay, so what we have here is the rear of the tractor, if you can tell. And the frame has gone through a bit of a revamp, but some things are not quite finished. So we need to finish bolting this down. Originally these went into two tubes. That's not really necessary, but this tube also needs to be welded in. And some angle iron, I think, is what's going to happen here. Is we're just going to go from here across, bolt, bolt, and then again through this plate. Yeah, so this needs to be tacked in. Up here needs to be tacked in. So this plate's gonna have to come off. And then after all that is done, we have to take out the frame entirely, which means you got to undo all the wiring and stuff up there. And yeah. Okay, so I put the microphone on, see how this works. It's probably going to be ridiculously loud when I cut, but that's okay. Went over and measured the space between the two tubes was 7.5, which looks about right there. This measurement doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to be close, and 7 inches will do it. So it's just how much space you have to weld around. It's flat. That's tight. Need to put a new blade on that. Yeah. So there we are. And now that'll be the right length to go between the two tubes. So I'm just checking that it doesn't matter where I put those bolt holes on that piece of angle. So there's no pre-existing holes in the way already here. And underneath, it is completely clear. Okay, so here we are. Little plate will slide in. Take my glove off. Go right, it's a little hard spot to see, but right like that, and just be tacked along here, along there, and down the back side a little bit. Nothing crazy. So you're probably noticing, you're like, well, that's not square at all. That's really not very good. I realize that. There's nothing I can do about it. The whole cage situation on this tractor is very not square. When I got it, it wasn't square. It's actually much more square than it used to be. If you look back in any of my old videos of the tractor, you'll know that that front right along there was completely crooked before. Instead of it being like level, like this, right, going across, it was like this. So yeah, it looks much better now. Yeah, relatively square. You can still see it kind of goes down and then over, but it's pretty good. I'm happy with it. And yeah, and no one looks at the back of the tractor that closely anyways. Certainly no spectator, so. So the cage, as expected, doesn't really want to come off because it's welded, which has put stress on everything. And so I'm sure it'll like spring, and I'm sure it'll be a joy to put back in, but it needs to come off to be welded, finished welded. So it's gonna be a bunch of banging and clanging, and that's what's gonna happen. I've already been doing it for a bit, so just gotta keep going. Okay, so you can kind of see how it sprung a bit on that side, and this side's pretty much in line. So it'll be a bit of a chore to get back in there, I think, as well. But smacking it down in there is a bit easier than working against gravity taking it out.